Happy International Women's Day to all. H.G. Wells said that human history becomes more and more a race between education and catastrophe. If we continue to leave vast sections of people of the world outside the orbit of education, we make the world not only less just but also less secure. Gender-based discrimination in education is, in effect, both a cause and a consequence of deep-rooted differences in society. Disparities, whether in terms of poverty, ethnic background, disability, or traditional attitudes about their status and role, all undermine the ability of women and girls to exercise their rights. Moreover, harmful practices such as early marriage, gender-based violence, as well as discriminatory education laws and policies still prevent millions of girls from enrolling and completing their respective education. Equity is the strongest framing principle of a post-2015 right-based agenda and underlines the need to redress historical and structural inequalities in order to provide access to quality education at all levels. This heralds what was effectively one of the strongest themes that emerged in the post-2015 education consultations, that is, a right-based approach in which education rights are indivisible. This implies that all aspects of education should be considered from a rights perspective, including structural features of education systems, methods of education, as well as contents of education curricula. This raises the question, how can we ensure and guarantee equal access to education for every child, regardless of gender? This is where tag and digital transformation come into the picture. Since 2013, we have lived this one truth, equal access to all. That's why I say that tag is in the business of disruption. Disruption is an interruption in the status quo. Disruptive education is anything that aims to deviate from the accepted model in order to enhance it. Because the current system is still rooted in the 20th century and is failing to meet the needs of the knowledge age, we believe the change is both necessary and urgent. The way that education is now delivered is not equipped to give to today's students the abilities they need to learn to communicate with and inside the digital society. There is there is a clear understanding of the difficulties facing the education sector in the 21st century. There are many difficulties ahead, including tailoring education to each student's talents and requirements, training teachers to adapt, unlearn, and relearn new pedagogies, and ensuring that students have the technical and social skills that employers want. This is where Tech Avant comes in. We aim to disrupt the status quo in the education sector. We have a simple goal: create paths of empowerment for students, parents, teachers, principals, and schools. In the age of technology-empowered education, the teacher remains the critical link to learning. The integration of technology does, however, create a more sophisticated and robust role for teachers. Like all professionals, teachers need an opportunity to polish skills, update knowledge, and Tech Avant ensures that teachers are trained to meet the challenges of the knowledge age and ensure that they are well equipped to adapt to the evolving changes in the pedagogies, teaching learning platforms, and teaching methods. For far too long, schools have been isolated islands in the communities they serve. We aim for schools to be part of the connected learning community, where formal education meets and serves two main objectives. First, it creates a lifelong passion for learning in every student and transcends and outlives school. The second, it encourages and supports the highest level of student academic achievement. Over the past few years, through workshops, interviews, technical meetings, academic papers, conference presentations, seminars, and teachings, We have engaged in critical participatory dialogue with a wide range of key national and international stakeholders in education and gender, including representatives from governments, civil society, international organizations, academics, and students. We have learned that education should be meaningful, it has to be inclusive, and youth should be an integral part of the changes in the education system, ecosystem. Gender equality in education is a matter of social justice, concerned with rights, opportunities, and freedoms. Gender equality in education is crucial for sustainable development, for peaceful societies, and for individual well-being. At local, national, and global levels, gender equality in education remains a priority area for government, civil society, and multilateral organizations. To maintain the spirit of gender equality, we have digitally skilled close to 5 lakh teachers during the pandemic from New Zealand to Canada. We took special interest in Indian teachers by training 2 lakh of them and certifying them to meet the needs of hybrid learning. Today, we continue to empower teachers to redefine themselves and repossess their position as primary knowledge workers of society. Without them, there won't be formal education. Without formal education, there won't be professional jobs. Without professional jobs, there will be an anarchy. We wish every educator a future filled with success and a leadership role in which will inspire a change in society. Thank you.